The cave in Vietnam. Yeah, that was actually a helicopter and aircraft base, and and it was actually also one of my old mines. It had been my old mine probably about 250 years ago, I'm guessing, basically, and pretty much, I guess, when those piece of shit Vietnam vets that were going around burning people and killing and making bathtub methamphetamine and basically like spray, pray, spray and pray, man, whatever, just running through the thing, going, "This is my gun, this is my cock," like all moron, like Full Metal Jacket style in Vietnam. When those idiots were going into Vietnam, killing innocent men, women, and children, and going after China. That air base was the what's called the Great Cave of Vietnam. That was an air base actually, and a top secret one actually. Probably not even Nixon nor JFK would have known about it. Most likely, and it was a top secret air base, and basically a fairly nice one actually. And for helicopters and aircraft would have flown out of there. In fact, I remember, yeah, it was there was a Chinese squadron that would fly out of there, and they actually defended China for quite a few years from that air base right there. It was British originally, and or it was somebody else. It was German, and the Germans were working there. And then I think after that, it was grandfathered over to British. Well, German and British are the same group. I mean, we're all together on this. So it was German and then British, because there's British and German people together, and then we had the Chinese in there. And we were all working together on this whole like aircraft thing, and it was my base. I was paying for it or directing it to be constructed. And it was actually I think when we were building Panama, we needed so much concrete and stuff that we started excavating that thing, and it had been one of my old mines. And so I was like, hey, let's build an airbase in there and do, because it was for my research and my development of my new aircraft, my top best aircraft. So they would have been, why build a hangar when you can just build a cave? So they would have built it as that. And I guess it probably was attacked a couple of times. I'm not exactly sure. But basically, it was my base, and had a water trough down the center of it. And Germany had designed it, and we're building it. And then it was also British and Japanese as well, because they say the Japanese took it over. But I mean, I don't think so, because of the fact that Japan was the great republic. I mean the great, not republic. I mean, there was the great empire of Japan. I mean, yeah, I mean, it was my base basically with Germany, and Germany. I don't think we didn't do death camps. I never ever ordered death camps. I never ordered enslavements. I never ordered whipping. I mean, I was always the best, and I had my people underneath me. So unless there's cruelty that I don't know about, but basically it was my air base that I had built. It was very expensive, it cost like quite a bit of money and was quite a bit of work to build. But I mean, I needed the minerals of the rock anyway, so they were mining it out. And America tried to say later on it was a DOD or whatever. I think anyway though, but it was really Germany and Britain, and also what's called, I would have played, and I believe it played a key role actually in quite a few of the battles when we were fighting the Yanks, which would have been the people from somewhere. Um, anyway though, but basically it was defending the country of Vietnam from there. And they would fly out of there. And it was a secret base, basically. It was hidden in the mountains right there, and would have been considered top secret or whatever, in Germany or some other place. But it was hollowed out for that, and they would fly out of there. They would fly the biplanes out of there too, and stuff. And their airplanes could easily just do that, and they'd fly out of there like bats, basically, and. It's also good because you couldn't get a run at them. They're protected inside of the mountain, so they could take off, and they wouldn't come under fire except for like the cave entrance or whatever. And there's two exits or whatever. There's the top area, and then there's the bottom area, and helicopters could fly in and land in there too. So and there should have been a control tower somewhere around in there, but probably got blown up. I don't know. I mean, there was a massive war, and the Yankee military was going in there, so, and that would have been like probably, I mean, realistically, it should have been Britain and England and everybody together, defending that area. I don't really know. I mean, the war was bad. The war was really bad. I mean, people came to kill us. People came to exterminate us. And people wanted me to order everyone to surrender and everything else like that. But, I mean, it was just bad. It was just a bad situation. And I don't really know. I just know it was my old base and stuff like that. And I guess I died or something. I'm not exactly sure, or captured. Anyway, though, but yeah, it was my old base, and aircraft flew out of there for probably 140 years. I mean, I think, if I remember, it was actually decommissioned more than anything else. It was just left standing there, just sitting there, and they were messing around with it. But basically, it was a really old base. It was like 100 and something years old. Like, there was actually like 3 or 4 generations that had lived there and flown out of there. And there were a couple little skirmishes and stuff like that. It would have been under Britain or China. I mean, we didn't kill women or children. We just, we shouldn't have. And it was just for like people that were attacking or killing people. Just like the mobs. There used to be people that would just go and attack cities, and stuff like that. And we would have to defend and do whatever, to try and stop the carnage, stop the killing. And I think we were mostly going up against like the Vietnam veterans or the Yankee people, which were actually like Jimmy Carter, Nixon, those people. We were going up against them, really. People that were now in the White House. So anyway, I suppose they kind of won. I don't really know if you consider it a win or a victory. I don't really know, because they mostly got killed, I'm pretty sure, because they didn't know about the base. They didn't know about anything. But then again, JFK was going to the Pentagon for about 15 years trying to find out where all my mines and where all my bases were so he could hit them or take them over or something. Anyway, he just did a surprise attack. So anyway, he was basically, I don't know. But, I'm pretty sure, if I'm right, they escaped, they got to the aircraft, and were able to defend themselves or something like that. That was the beginning of the war and the nightmare. So, yeah, anyway. But yeah, it was a base. It was an air base and a helicopter base. And it was rather expensive. It was really nice, actually. Pretty nice. And I structurally reinforced it and everything else like that. And it was actually in operation for probably about 300 years, 240 years, something like that. It was a long time. So... And I thought it was actually decommissioned more than anything else, because we were going to jet aircraft and not prop aircraft anymore.